to another amazing day at fmtraining.tv. My name is Margaret. I'll be your broadcast engineer for today. Welcome to the stream. We talk about FileMaker and the Claris platforms. I'm here with Nick Hunter, who is a really fantastic senior engineer who really knows his stuff. He's pretty much really well known for UI UX, but he is especially well known. He's especially well known for UI UX, but he's also well known for basically getting FileMaker to do things you didn't think FileMaker could do. We've had a lot of series with him, and we're currently doing our last mini-series with him for about 2 weeks before we come back. We're doing hamburger menus today. Speaking of which, let's pull up. There we go. Let's pull up our live broadcast schedule. Okay, so for Thursday, which is today, we're doing the last day of build a 2-level hamburger menu with keyboard navigation. Tomorrow will be Christian tips and tricks, which basically looks like importing, deleting imports and passing results with JSON. So that'll be fun. Monday will be no live stream due to an American national holiday. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday will be the beginning of our JavaScript series. So this is going to be kind of like a month-long thing. Well, I say month-long. It's about 3 weeks. There's 2 weeks of free, which we're going to be doing JavaScript 101 basically through 103, or was what Leland called. We cover a lot of basic getting to work with FileMaker and, perspective FileMaker devs using JavaScript. So that'll be really cool. And then we have a paid series. So we have our usual bundles. Free to pick one of these up if you feel like it. So we have our 2 weeks basically of JavaScript stuff, and then we're going to have our paid training. FMS native, iOS, and Android apps using React Native. So, Nick, what are we doing today?
Okay, hello, Marge. I'm going to share my screen. So, today will be a short one. So we have a time for questions, stuff like that, because I realized that I went very fast on my explanation. So today will be we can have a Q&A stuff under, I can follow up on things that people didn't understand. And so let me resize my screen right quick. Today will be we can talk about things, and we can follow up on questions if we have. That can be on this topic or on another topic, right? So because I went, I realized this morning, I said, wow, I pretty much said everything. But if we have
There's no harm in rehashing things. We had a lot of questions at the end of yesterday. So
yeah, okay. So we can start with this, and then we can I can continue a little bit explaining how these things working, the script and the parameters and stuff like that, how we can get, and how we can get any type of things happening in this menu, right? So let's go with the question first, and then we can follow up with the with the continuation of the explanation of this. So, question from yesterday.
The halt script is to prevent the script to continue and match another if statement.
Can you repeat? I don't understand.
Yes, the halt script is to prevent the script to continue and match another if statement.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the technique I'm using very often when I've what's the name? I don't want to have else if. I could have else if stuff like this, right? But when you have else if, instead of doing this, I could have put this one on else if. Okay, so instead of doing this, right, you remove this one and you say else if, right? And then you copy this, you copy there, and you remove this one. So it's doing this, else if this, right? But there's a flaw on this. Is when you have this design, if you want to move around things, it's more complicated, So that way here, you can move around blocks like this. And as I demonstrated yesterday, you can move blocks, right? And you can move to another script. So let's say you want that block here, right? So you want that condition to work on another script, you copy it, and then you paste here like I did yesterday, right? So you can put whatever you want here, right? The alt script, so it's a good question. The alt has a many advantage, it prevents, for example, let's say I'm here and I'm doing a new record. A new record goes straight to the first, to the first tab, right? To the first field on the tab order, right? So this is what is done. So I do new. So this is the first order. So let's see. If I use a tab order 1 is there. Okay. So when you do new record, it goes straight to the first. You open the record and then go to the first what's the name? Field, right? But if you have a script like this, new record, okay, and you do a new script like this, a new record like this, right? If you do this and you use that script to create, it goes straight to the first. But if you do Alt, it does, yeah, because Alt, okay, this is a bad example. Alt prevents anything else to happen after that. It prevents any kind of what's the name? It prevents any type of events to happen after that, right? So, like a natural kind of behavior of FileMaker, when you want to alt it, so you alt because you don't want something to happen. Like I don't know what can I do to prevent that. To show you a good example, I thought the new will be doing this, but the alt is killing everything that will happen after that. So when you do this, for example, arrow down, arrow up, right? It's killing everything that will happen. It goes to the record and it kills everything that happened, right? So that is that to me is the good technique to do that, right? Because you can have in that case, it's not coming to my mind an example when I can use Alt, but maybe later it will come. But it's that way you prevent to have multiple ifs, and else if like this, right? So you do whatever you want to do when this happened. So if when this happened first, if that happened, that will kill it, right? So that means that and that and that, it won't even try, right? So if this is not happening, it will go there and then go there. And if this is happening, this will kill, and everything after that won't happen, right? So it's replaced the else if. Else if has its advantage sometime, but here in that case, they are very identifiable events that I want to succeed, right? So I want that to happen, and that's it. On all of them, right? I want only one to happen. So it's a good replacement of the else if. Okay. I'm using else if as well, depending on. But here I realized that this wasn't the good way, because you can optimize, you can move around, you can copy paste, you can, so you can have, it's much more modular than if you have the else if, right? So I know this case where the alt is very cool. I think the new window or something like this. I don't remember. There's some cases where the alt is good because it prevents a natural behavior. Like, sometimes it goes, you don't know why it's going to a fields. You don't want to go to the fields, right? So alt is a good technique. It's not coming to my mind. Maybe later. I don't know. So let's go to another question.
I don't. Doesn't halt stop all scripts. So if a script called the script, the calling script also stops.
Yes, alt kills everything. So that's the difference between the alt will kill everything that is on the stack. Okay, so let's say you have this script here. Let's pause it. Okay, and you have this script. So you have multiple script pause. So I'm going to run this script here, right? It's paused, and I'm going to. So if I run something else, that was paused, right? If I run something with the alt, it will kill. See, it killed the. So let's pause that. I have this script paused, right? So it's running, right? And then I'm going to. So I have this script paused, but I have this script now. So I have a stack here, the call stack, right? So I have this script here is in paused, and this script here is going to, I'm going to execute that script, right? So when I execute that script, the alt will kill all. It destroys everything. So at the difference between this exit script, okay? So the exit script will do something different, right? So I don't think it's there. I think it's there. This one. So here, so if I do this, arrow down, okay? So let's say I'm running that script, I pause it, okay? So it's paused, right? And then I'm calling my stack here. So this one will just exit that script, but leave this one alone. So this will still there. The alt will kill the call stack completely, right? So if you are running something within a script that runs in a script, right? The alt will stop everything, even the parent script. And that could be nice too, okay? That could be nice too. So it's good to know that if you want to kill only the current script, you say exit. If you want to kill all and stop everything right now, run, you use the alt. In that case here, the alt is more appropriate than the exit, because I want the alt to happen. Don't want the exit. I want the alt, but kill everything, because I tend to avoid as much as possible the script that call a script that call a script. If you have a design like this, okay, you will end up like a big doo-doo, okay? So it's better to separate the script. I know it's more complicated, right? But it's better to separate scripts because when you have a script that calls a script that calls a script, good luck to debug this. It's because it's very complicated. So to avoid this, you need to think your script differently. You need to redesign everything, because if you have this, that means you have a problem. So in that case, it's better to slice it, right, in multiple events. So you have a main script that runs. I have a good example. Let me show that. Here I have a startup script, right? I have a signing script, right? I have a signing script, right? And within the signing script, I have things that happen, right? Okay. So here I have something on server, right? And here I have a script that called loading the system. So pretty much I'm preparing everything I need, blah, 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 blah here, right? And then I have a script, and this script here, the loading script, the loading system, right, is performed with this is performed from here, right? Loading, where's the signing? Where's the loading screen? Creating entry. Where's the loading? Okay, here. It's performed from here, right? But this script has its own life, okay? And within that script, this is where I'm loading those. So I'm executing, see, I have this one and I have subscripts that I call subscript here, right? So within this one, I'm running other scripts, right? Within this one. So I'm running this one, I'm defining this one, I'm running this one, I'm running this one, and I'm running this one, right? So but they are identifiable, right? So you group them and you call them subscripts. So because those here are subscript from this one. So you know, okay, you launched from here, you launch the scripts here, right? And then from that script, I'm launching other scripts, but it doesn't appear to be a cascading. It is a cascading because this script will still running. This script with the 500 will be running when I'm doing this one, and this one, this one will be still running when I'm doing this one. So I have 3 levels, okay? But in doing that way, it's not that complicated to debug, right? You understand? So I have a good separation, and also I'm helping myself in the script workspace to group them together, right? So you need to make sure you do that. So when you have a cascading thing, right, make the cascading efficient, right? Because here you understand what I didn't want to add all of those things. I didn't want to add things that happen here plus this, plus this, plus this, plus this in one script, right? So I know when I perform this one, so this is where I need to look, right? So I can identify it. So I hope I, answer the question. To go back to that, to here, So how, because we have 2 things, so something I want to talk about. But I was very busy yesterday night and today, and I couldn't implement that in the sample file. I will do that later, but then I'm going to show that in this version. Okay, it will be the same on the sample file. As you can see here, when I click here, right, this here is activated because I am in that parcel info stuff, right? So so how I'm doing this, so how I know where to land, okay? And how I know which one I want to, activate, right? So on this layout here, if we go to layout mode, this layout here, this button here, this is a button, right? I'm calling the name of the name, right, of the item in my what's the name in this hamburger builder, right? So when I'm going there, I have the name here, so I'm going to parcels. I'm calling that name, right? I'm calling that name. See? So if I go back to parcels, when I go back here, I put the name of the item where I need to land, okay? And here what happened? Here, okay, I'm setting the current nav. So how I'm doing this, because the current nav, what the current nav? Current nav is this, it's an ID, right? It's an ID. So how I'm doing this? Okay, so let's show you. here I have the list in the variable. I have the list of this, the list of menu item parameters. So this is in memory. At startup, I'm loading this, I'm loading this, I have this, right? So this is the list of menu item parameters, right? So this is what I have. It's all the parameter I have, all the parameters, okay? So I have the parcel info, I have the contact, I have all the parameters of the table. Pretty much, I have all the items. I'm loading this, I'm loading from the hamburger, or from the Navi. Okay, I'm loading everything from here in a list, a list of values. Okay, so I have two things in memory. I have this, right? I have this, a list, and I have all the IDs. So I have two lists, but they are identical. That means they come from the same source. So I know that this value here, belongs to that ID, right? I know also that this one belongs to that ID because they come from the same source, right? So I know that those two value lists are glued together, right? They are coordinated because they come from the same source. So doing this is a technique I use to do what I want to do. Script workspace. No. Where is my script? No. Okay. I think I've closed it. Okay. So what I did, I have a custom. So let's see what this do. Okay. So let's debug this. So what this do? Okay. So, for example, here I have this get value position. So what this get value position do? Okay. So that's the good question. First, let's do this. The get value position, it's a custom function of mine, right? So let's say I want Nick, and I have a list of Nick, March, and Scott. Okay. So Nick is in position 1. If I put Rick here, now he's in position 2. So this, if I want Scott, is in position 4. So this value position in the list of values, so I have a list, right? So if I do this, it will tell me in which position, what I look for will be. And that works very well with our UUID. Yeah. Like if I have a UUIDs like this, like this, I have many UUIDs like this, right? Okay, and I want the position of this one, position 1. If I want the position of this one, position 3. So it works with any type of what's the name of strings, right? Could be a name, could be whatever you want. Okay. So that being said, so now we know that, right? So what I'm doing here, right? Let's say I want contact info, contact. contact. Oh, contact. Boom, it comes automatically. So what happened here? Forget about this in minutes. You remember I have two value lists, two lists of values. I have the parameters, which is the name of the item, and I have the IDs. Right? So here, value number says, okay, in the list of the parameters, this name is in position number 5. Okay, then go to the other list of IDs and grab me the ID in the position number 5. So that technique is fantastic because you can use that, right, for any kind of things. That prevents you to have crazy relationship and paste something in a global and get the, no, you bring the list of the name in one list, and you bring the list of the ID in another list, and then you combine them together, right? So if this is in position number 5, I want the ID number 5 of the other list, right? So now it's super easy to do what I want to do, right? Because I have the ID. I don't want to rely on names. I don't, right? I don't want to rely on them. I never rely on names. Never. I want to rely on IDs. Okay. So now, thanks to this, I have the current nav. Okay. If the current nav doesn't exist, I don't know, because I'm launching this from, for example, if I'm going there, right, and I click here, right, I don't have this layout in my burger. I don't have it. So the current nav will be empty. I don't have it. It's empty because it cannot find this L11 hamburger builder. It cannot find it. So I said, open the burger closed, because I don't know where to go. So show me the burger closed. I don't know where to go. I didn't find where, but I'm not preventing you to land in the burger. I don't know where you want to go, right? I don't know. In that case, open the default burger, the small version, the contracted one, and then from here, deal with it. Go where you want to go, right? But if I know where I want to go, that means if he found something here what happened? Thanks to the ID, right? I'm getting the ID. So now I know it skipped this. It's not empty. It skipped this. So now I'm going to the B burger, not the A. The A is a small one. I'm going to the B. Open the B. Open the B. Set a global with the ID of the current nav. That means the one I need to go there, set the global with the ID that this calculation here gave it to me, from the tool list, right? So now I have an ID, current nav. This is the current nav, right? I have an ID here, right? So now paste it and say, go to related records. That means it will automatically go to the right records on this one, right? So it's going to parcel, right? Let's say I'm in data set, okay? I'm in data set, right? I open this, boom. He knows I want to go there, and he highlights the one I'm into. Why? Thanks to the ID, it goes to the right records. And thanks to the ID, I can highlight the one I want. So demonstration here. So if I go to the burger, this one, this is how it works. See? No, this one, let's hide this. No. Group. This one, if the item different the navigation, you hide it. That means this is activate. So that means if this current nav ID doesn't match the record ID of this poller here, right? And this record, so in that case, hide it, right? If it's different, right? If it's different, if this different, so sorry, I need to do this. I have the zoom control on the side. So if it's different, hide it. If this one, if it's equal, hide it. This one. So you hide. If it's equal, that means I don't want this one. I want this one. I want the activate one. If it's not equal, don't show me this one. Show me this one. Right. So thanks to one ID, I'm taking in account all of this. I go straight to the right. I'm going straight to the right record, and then I'm activating and showing and hiding the button I need to hide and show. Right. So this is how you do it. It's very simple because you have nothing to do, and it's controllable very easily, right? So when you hear, right? When you hear, you just on this button, you need to make sure that you put the right name of the item you want to go, right? That's all. That's all what you need to do, right? So you click, it goes, it does the nav. If it exists, you go there, you sort, and you go to the red record and boom. Okay? So do we have any question on this?
Yes. For the value position, you count the CR to know the position, ?
Yeah, it's that easy. We use I don't count the CR. You don't need. Why you want to count the CR? Look, let's say I have those two lists, okay? So let's comment out this, right? This is commented out. I want to have this list, right? This list. Oh, you want how I'm? Oh, no, I'm not doing this. I'm going to show you. But you want to know how this works, right? You want to know how the get value position works?
I assume so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
The answer is yes.
Okay. So value, get value position. Okay. So let's copy this and let's put it there. Okay, we can remove this advertisement. So this is a string I want to search for. Okay, so let's say so let's paste this. Okay, and let's get this list, for example. Okay. Let's say my list is this, right? And I want to look for contact info. So here, this one will return how many characters, right? How many characters I have from the beginning to the first letter of this. Okay? So if I look this, right? And I count 57, I will arrive here, right? Numbers of characters. I don't want to, but you understand what I mean. From here to here, that's 57 characters to arrive here. Okay. So I don't know if it's I can do this. I can do this. So you do left. The text is the text. Okay. Yeah, include the first. See. So to go from the one I want to look for, it takes this, but that's what I want. Okay. So I want to include the first character because I want to include the carriage return here. But I don't count the carriage return. So pretty much I'm doing it. I'm doing the selection. I'm doing this. So I'm doing the selection. So I select what I just did. I look for this, and then I'm using value count. You don't need to count. You don't need to say this stuff like this. Pattern count, this and this, because that gives you 4. Doesn't give you 5. So now you need to do +1. Okay. So this is a piece of blip. The best is this. Boom. Because it counts the values 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Even though I don't have the carriage return after the C. If you use the pattern count on the carriage return, it will say 1 carriage return, 2 carriage return, 3 carriage return, 4 and by, but it's not on the 4 position, it's on the 5 position. So if you want to count, if you want to do things like this, never use the pattern count. No, we have value count. That's what I want. It counts the values 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Correct? Right? So let's say you want, right? You want, because I know the question that's coming. Let's say I want to include this one. Here what you do. Length. You do this. Length of substring. Yeah, I'm a master in values and stuff like that because I'm dealing with this so much. And what do? Right? You do this. Right? So that's what you do. Right? So you sorry. So now the selection left text number plus bam, I have my contact info. Blam. Let's say you want to do something like this, right? You want to, let's say I want something else. Let's say the text here. I want to search for express review. Right? So this is why I'm using let statement, because you can call any statements. You can call it here. So I want to see the selection. Boom. He included Express Review. So you say, okay, select me the text from the beginning to Express Review, but including Express Review, because if you don't do this, it won't include it, because the position function, it will stop at the beginning. So, okay, you say add this. So select whatever number of character you have from the beginning to the express, and I type this. So this is X number of characters. Add this to mass selection and show me. And the position still work, by the way. This still work. Position 13. If I go back to my contact info, position 5. Because I'm using the value count and I'm not using the pattern count on things. So this cool, right? And you see how flexible it is, because from one, so now I have a new custom function. Yeah, look. I'm going to give it for free for you, right? Right? So this is my new custom function. So how we can do this as a custom function? Boom. Look this. Custom function. I have a get value position. Now I have a new one. Extract values. That's a new function, right? So that the search string, that the text, right? Put that here. Put that here. And voila, I have my new custom function. So let's try if it works. So I want that. I'm still using that list because it's a cool list. Extract values, right? I want to search in this, and I want contact info. Boom. Ha! New custom function, extract values. That's cool, right? Isn't cool? What they say on Discord.
They're typing. It's cool. It's very cool.
So of course, the let statement, the let function, if you don't master the let function, forget about it. It's I don't know. Yeah, I did many on let function, but I can do it again. If you don't master the let function, you're doomed. Because it's the let allows you. So let's say you want to do that in one calculation. It's impossible. I mean, it's possible, but you have a calc that will give you, you need a big bottle of Advil or whatever, headache pills you like, and, Excedrin or whatever. So you need a big bottle, the big one, the family pack. And then you can do that in one calculation. But here it's easy to understand. That my search screen, I want this. How long this is. Then where I want to extract this, right? What is the position of this text in this? What is the search string in the text? What the position? And then thanks to this position, okay, from that text, extract me the number of character and add the length. And then I have this selection, boom. Super easy. And of course, you can make it a custom function in no time because it's there. Just you say, okay, I need to input this and I need to input this, from the function, extract value. Extract values, right? I need this, what I'm searching for, in what's text. I could have do the opposite because FileMaker is the opposite. When you do that, filter value, text to filter. No, it's the where I have a searching string pattern count. See, it's the opposite. So how we change that, right? Because the text first, and then we have this. So of course you cannot change that when you start using the custom function, right? You need to change that before you start using it, otherwise you're going to break it. So the extract value. So let's change this. Boom, that's it. But you cannot change that if you use it, because it won't go in your calculation and change it, right? So now, if I go there, extract values, text search string, like pattern count, text search string, right? So that could be a good webinar we do. We ask people, okay, you have a calculation and let's make it simple, right? I'm using a let function a lot. It's because actually I cannot work without the let statement. It's because it's cool, right? It's like a script in a calculation, right? You put your stuff, pump, 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 and then you use them all, and you can extract them and use them, right? And sometimes I have a let within the let. Yeah, I can do that too. Sometimes it gets crazy, but it's cool. So question.
Not so much questions that I've got. So, do you have questions, everybody?
Okay, so I think we can land the plane early today. What's the name? So this burger is to implement the burger, right? I did the implementation of this file in 20 minutes. Okay. So I can give you some tips. First, right, you need to copy those two nav tables. I try to limit the lookups and stuff like that, but this wasn't possible to limit to, I needed that lookup, So you extract those two. I'm not in the file, that's why. You extract those two tables. So when you will give me the hands. So here, two tables, copy paste. Relationship, you replicate those, right? So they're very straightforward, right? It's this and this and this and this. Make sure you sort those relationship, okay? That's why I'm saying sort. This one I should say sort as well, okay? Because I'm sorting it, okay? So this one sort, right? So this one create, delete, sort, right? So you replicate those with exactly the same names, right? When you're done, so tables first, then table, then relationship. When you have the relationship, you fix that lookup here. That's the only thing you need to fix, this, right? From T11 to T111 to 111C, and you select this one, right? So you repeat. That's the only one that got broken, that will break. If you copy paste, that's the only one. Everything else will still work, okay? So when we're done, you copy the script that I have here. So this one is no longer used, so I can remove because I need this one. But I wasn't sure which one select menu item, and yeah, I think those I can remove them. Let's remove them. Yeah, we can do that. We can remove doing some cleanup. You need this one, this one. Okay, this one is. I always have a close. What's the name? I always have a close window. You know, I always have a closed window menu accessible on scripts, on the script menu. Always. I always have this available because sometimes when you have this and you stuck, because sometimes you can get stuck with a window and you cannot close it, right? The closed window won't work. So you need a script to close that window, So that's why I always have this. Always, I have this on top. So you need to can delete this one. So you need to copy paste all of this. So this is a startup. You don't need that one. Yeah, this is the trigger that you need to put in there. Actually, I can put it here on the layout enter of the navigation. So you sort, always you sort by, you show that it's sorted by this order always. So this is what you use to select, right? But I just realized that I break it. No, it's not broken. Yeah. Yeah, I broke it. So it's okay. I'm going to fix it. There's a menu I should have I should have delete, but it's okay. It's a script. I'm going to fix it. So that's it. So you copy those. Those are optional. Those definitely I can get rid of it. And that's it, right? So those normally just you need to point to the right name. So if you name your layouts before you paste the scripts, right? So the order is table, relationship, layouts with the right name, all the name, the same name, this one, this one, this one, right? Then you copy paste the scripts. They will all be okay, they all work, all of them. And of course, you need the custom function. Actually, on all of these, you need the get value position. This one, we don't need. You don't need. And the new. Oh, I put the extract in the other file. I'm going to put the extract there. So you need those two. You need those two. Otherwise, you will break things here, and that's it. So it's very easy, right? So we have a migration webinar, I think.
I think we do. I need
transplant, something. I call it transplant, something like this. But this is very easy. This one is very easy because I have nothing. If you use the right, sequence, you will break only this one, this lookup here. That's the only thing that would get break. I could build a Calvin. I can talk to Calvin and Christian and add this to the world pack, right? So you can have a burger menu as a add-on. That would be cool, by the way.
That would be very cool. That would be another.
Yeah. I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to give the file and say, okay, add this to the
files. People are asking if there's going to be a demo file.
Yeah. Let me. So I just broke it in front of you. So I'm going to fix it, and I'm going to add this list of items that I don't have. Is not implemented. So I need to implement that, and I didn't have the time yesterday night and today, so I'm going to do that. So yeah, today, later today, I'm going to, or tomorrow morning, max, I'm going to send you the file, right?
Yes, that sounds good to me. Okay, so basically, Timothy, it'll be posted with the YouTube series at the very latest. But I will probably post it tomorrow. So
Okay.
there you go. We have one last question. Don't you need the startup script? I thought you said set the list variable you were using.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I'm going to build that. No, as a startup, I have a script that goes and build that value list here, that variable, right? So I'm going to do that. I need to implement that, but it's just get the list. It's simple. Um, Actually, it's there because I have her here, right? So I have her in this layout. I'm going there, and I have this one, right? And I do this, a list of this. Why not? Oh, because I'm not in the right one. Yeah, I should be good. Yeah, I'm in the menu, so normally I have a list of where is no, they're all with the navigation. I need the list of everything. So it's not implemented. I need to implement that. I need what's the name? A relationship here, an additional. I can build it in front of you if you want. Navigation menu items, and it's a Cartesian, right? It's a Cartesian link. I'm going there. So what a Cartesian link in whatever, this, okay, Cartesian. So when you land in that layout, right? So now I can build my own stuff. So here I have a list of the T111E, right? And that all my items. And I have all the titles, right? So I can do something like this, list. So, this is not what I'm going to do, but I'm going to show you. So you have this is this is this is this, right? That's all. And so thanks to this, I'm going to build, or what's the name? And then I can build the two variable with this, and that's it. That's all. And my stuff will work instantly. So I need to do that. Okay. So
Yep.
we can, I think we're good.
Yes, thank you very much, Nick. It's greatly appreciated.
Okay. So have a great weekend, and so I have a 2 weeks break. Yoo-hoo!
Yes, you do. And then we'll see.
Yeah, so that's why, next week I'm going to the sea for a
yeah.
month. 1 month of sea.
That'll be awesome.
Sun, sea, jet ski, and
Well, you have a great time, Nick. Thank you so much. We'll look forward to having you back, but hopefully you enjoy your vacation.
No, it's not that. It's workation.
Workation.
Yeah.
Well, still, right next to the ocean, right?
Yeah, exactly. Have a good one.
Have a good one, everybody.
Got a report of an individual up here who may be a FileMaker license. Well, it's potentially expired. Look at the back of that car right there. Looks like the FileMaker license has expired. Sir, I need you to step out of the vehicle. Sir, step out of the vehicle. Sir.